Hello, my name is James Teng. My pronoun is he and his. Welcome to my PIDP 3250 Instructional Strategy. Assignment 2, Motivational Report, Digital Assignment. Before I start, I would like to acknowledge that this presentation is taking place on the shared traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Tuasan and Musqueam First Nation. We extend our appreciation to this First Nation for their opportunity to hold this presentation here today. And Creative Common License is also displayed here. So for this video presentation, it's allowed to for adaptation of the work to be shared, and but no commercial use of the work. So in this presentation, I would like to talk about the tips and strategies for fostering motivation. The topic I have chosen is tips number 8, sorry, integrate goals and activities and assessments. So why did I select this particular strategy? When I was doing research for this assignment, I came across a book written by Grant Wiggins and Jay McTighe that offers the framework for designing course and contents. It's called the backward design. As a new instructor myself, I typically fall into the routine of designing the course in a what they call the forward design thinking manner, meaning that we consider the learning activities and how to teach the content first, and then develop assessments based on the learning activities, and then we try to draw the connection to the learning goals of the course at the end. So when I have learned, when I come across the tips number 8, the technique to integrate goals, activities, and assessments, I was very intrigued. According to Barkley, when the learning goals, activities, and assessments are chosen carefully, and when they are all aligned, it's much easier for the student to see the learning goals, and it will help them to be better motivated. In other words, the backward design approach has instructors consider the learning goals of the course at the very beginning. As Wiggins and McTighe suggest, our lesson, units, and course should be designed from the results that we are looking for, and not from the method itself. Books and activities, those things that we are comfortable with. So that was the reason why I chose this topic. It's very intriguing. And secondly, where would this motivational strategy work most effectively? Well, I think for this strategy to work at its best, we as the instructors should really put into the work. We should, take the time to determine what the students should know, understand, and their learning needs, and be able to design that at the very beginning of the course. And also we have to think about assessments, like how the students should be able to, we should be able to evaluate their assessment at the end. The students should be able to explain, interpret, apply, demonstrate perspectives, and emphasize and demonstrate self-knowledge, those kind of criteria. And what aspect of motivations are we looking at in this video? In this video, I want to talk about our learners. As for me personally, all our learners, they are early childhood educators, and they aspire to become Montessori teachers, and we are training them to become Montessori teachers through our training program. So their goals are very clear when they come into the program. And so when we integrate all these elements together, it will give them a very clear sense of, let them see the learning outcome, what the learning outcome would be. Like, for example, they'll be able to use this material professionally, present the Montessori work professionally. It will give them a clear sense of direction and showing them the value of the end result. I'm sure this will in turn to reinforce their learning motivation. And who will be impacted by this motivational aspect? I would say basically everyone that is involved in this process will be impacted. As mentioned earlier, the instructor needs to look at the course design in a different way, to be very clear about what the learning outcomes might be. And as a result, the student will also be benefited from such integration. So I think it's a win-win situation. And how would this motivational aspect impact your teaching and student learning? So, and consider negative and positive effects. Well, I think as a new instructor, this motivational aspect would encourage me to focus more on the learning aspect when designing the course, instead of focusing too much on the teaching side of it. I need to think carefully what the student will be learning, what is the learning goals for them. Using Wiggins and McTighe's backward design platform, it will gives me the opportunity to better define the learning goals and to find the activities and assessments that are able to assist to help our student in envisioning what they are learning. As for the negative effects, as far as I can see, there's not really anything that would concern me, except for me to change the way that I'm comfortable with. That would probably be a learning curve, but that's what I'm taking these lessons, and I'm glad to learn about this new approach, and it will help me to better engage with my student in the future and also better motivate my students. Thank you.